Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. This is how to set up, play and review the game Cabanga. Now there's no theme going on here other than what seems to be kind of like an African theme relating to saying the word Cabanga, which has a kind of African feeling to me in some respects. So this is a game I'm going to be setting up. If you have any questions, as always, do let me know via the comments are best on YouTube. Like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now I'm trying to get as much in shot as possible. This is a nice small box by Amigo called Cabanga. It's quite easy to make a mistake saying that word. And I'm deliberately setting up so not everything might be in shot, and I could have zoomed out, but we will lose some 4K imagery. As you can see, pretty much everything is in shot that we need. We can see 4 colors: red, yellow, purple and blue, and they can be in any kind of, I guess, line that you want them to be. These are your starting cards. I'm going to shuffle these up. I'm going to place them out to the sides of these cards. The aim of the game is to have the fewest negative points over a number of rounds, and you can either choose how many rounds you want to play, or you simply play until someone has at least minus 18 points, and then that would finish that final round. And then you see who's got the fewest points, and they are then the winner. You're then going to give 8 cards to every player: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a 3 to 6 player game, most recently played as a 3, and I don't recommend it as a 3. I recommend more players. So as you can see, I've already sorted my cards. Now you don't have to. I've just chosen to sort them kind of in the color order. So in this case, I would have put my yellows here, and then we're going to have a start player. So you've got a player over here, we've got a player over here. Again, please do check out my Amigo playlist. Lots of other games that I've also got on the channel by Amigo, and we have a penalty deck here. So I'm now going to play a card. Ideally, you want to try and play a card, and I didn't know what I'd actually draw here, as close as you can to one of the other values. So like this, I'm only 1 different. Over here, I could actually have played 13, which would be, again, only 1 different. I've got a purple card here, but I wouldn't really want to play that one. And the blues are not particularly close either. So let's just say I play this. Now, in this case, it is impossible, but if someone happened to have a card that's different, they're going to shout Cabanga. So it's their turn. The first few turns are a bit boring. It can be quite straightforward as to what you're trying to play. So this person, as you can see, has got a 4. So that is a difference of exactly 1. So there's no difference. No one else can chuck in a card, and I'll show you how that triggers. But let's just say I try and play something crazy. So imagine I play, I don't know, an 18. So it doesn't matter which way around you play it. For some reason they played that. I'll tell you why you still wouldn't want to do that. I look through my cards, and everyone looks through their cards as well. To have more players, a bit more fun, I've got a card that is in between those values. So I say Cabanga, and I just place that down towards them. They must now take a penalty card. And the reason why that's important is as soon as someone is out of cards, that can trigger the end of the round. And then you're going to count up how many negative points you have, which are cards in hand. And you're going to get 3 for this card because you've got 3 dots on there. You've got 1 here, so you've got -4, -7, -9, etc. I mean, that could have ended the game, but isn't normally the case. But if you happen to play your last card, so imagine my last card was this one. Again, I could go here. Then if someone can still have played a difference, in this case they couldn't have done, but let's just say my last card happened to be, I don't know, I wouldn't play it this side, I would have played it this side because there's a smaller gap. And then if somebody else could have played in the gap, so in this case they couldn't, I got lucky, but yeah, this person, then they'll say Cabanga, shown as many cards as they can, which is in between the gaps. You want to get rid of your cards. Then I would have taken penalty cards equal to the amount. So I've taken 3 penalty cards. So that is how it's going to work. And again, you're going to play a number of rounds again until you've reached, again, 18 negative points, or you can play as many rounds as you want to. But generally speaking, I stick with what they have in the rule book of 18. It does take a bit more than 20 minutes. I will say that. It does say, like I said, 20 minutes on the box. And you may have recalled from the unboxing teaser trailer preview video that yes, there is a lot more luck than strategy, because generally speaking, it's quite straightforward, the strategy. You want to play the smallest difference. And yes, it can be turbulent because you're waiting to see who plays the card, so it's nice and perilous like this. And again, it is more family. So I do have some notes out of shots here. There isn't really a catch-up mechanism. And again, there is some tension, which is fun, but of course there can be luck. So you're playing a card and you be lucky or be unlucky with what you have. You might end up drawing a -3 points. Again, didn't know that would be there, but that'd be terrible on your last turn if someone's just gone out. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much summarizing everything up. If any other questions, do check out the podcast as well, some more updates. But again, smallest difference game, I'd rather be playing Zex Nimmt. Check out my various videos and versions for that too. So as for rating, well, my average rating for over about 3,000 games now at time of recording is around 6.41. My rating for this is about 6.5. I mean, it is kind of growing now a bit. It was growing on others. I wasn't doing too well. I happened to win. Again, I don't feel like I had particularly strong ability in doing as well as I did, but I just felt as if you're playing the smallest difference and playing with what you have. But it's an okay game, and I'm looking forward to trying out high player counts a bit more frequently. And again, check out the podcast for some more updates for that too. But the other trouble is you have to be aware of is when you play a card. So imagine I played, I don't know, I wanted to play this here, and they also wanted to play like a nice small gap. You can do this, but you must take a penalty card. But you might want to do it because if I had other cards, let's say I had a 1, well, obviously you wouldn't play it here, you'd play it here. But for some reason you have to, then it might be worth taking a negative card. Now, again, -3 points is not good, but at the same time, you're more likely to play it because it's in the middle. So it's quite nice. You're generally playing cards in the middle, but you'll naturally see cards swing towards either a higher end or the lower end, which is interesting. It's quite fun to see that. Again, my rating, I wouldn't really call it in that very good category. I mean, it does have some fun, and I think this is what this game is all about. So I can see why some people get it a 7, and I know my average rating is a relatively low for some, but in terms of enjoyment, it's not too long to play. In terms of playing a next round, you just grab all these cards back. You can shuffle these up if you want to, and then go again, because of course it wouldn't make any difference. The only reason for discarding cards as opposed to giving these cards to your opponents is because it means that it kind of lets you know how many cards they must have drawn up. But also, once the deck is empty, you can then, if necessary, take these cards and make a new draw pile, and then another draw pile again if needed. But that isn't really necessarily the normal case. Some people, I wouldn't really call it criticism, is they hoped this might have been easier than orientation, but I think it's fine. And again, on the back, of course, this is unique as well, so you can tell which way up it is, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It means obviously you do have to orientate it. And every card value, by the way, is unique. But you could play, I know, imagine you had this and this, and you happen to play, you could literally play a red 16 on here, or in this case, a red 16 here. And of course, you know no one else has got it. If I've got red 14, 15, and 16, then I might as well play 14, because I can play 15, 16, or either or. It doesn't make any difference. The downside to the more players, there might be that they have to play something. Maybe they've only got red, and they've got to go up there, which means you have to play another red card, but you don't know what people are going to have. So it is that to be aware of. There we go, that has been the game Cabanga with an exclamation mark. You may recall that my top 4 games previously have been my favourite games of all time, have had an exclamation mark in them. But there are other games which have an exclamation mark which haven't obviously made the cut. So thanks for watching again. Speak to you again soon. Check my sleeving playlist too. Back to the table.